Happy Wednesday, 7th and 8th graders. Let me get you your answers from Monday's work. Go ahead and pause that or screenshot it so you can check your work. And then I want you to go ahead and copy down what I've got on the board here. I'm going to try to move a little quicker today because for technology's sake, my video needs to be shorter. Go ahead and copy that down. I'm going to pause. Okay, remember I told you we were going to add one more step onto what we were already working on. And if you copy down what I just now showed you, the first thing that you need to take care of, and remember we're going to draw a line here while we're looking at it so we can see the two different sides of the equation. And now the first thing that you need to take care of is you need to look on the sides together. Remember last week we practiced combining like terms. If you've got variables or like terms together on the same side of the equation, you first have to combine those up. So that's why I drew my line down here to look at both sides. And over here, I see that I have a negative 7x and a negative 3x. And they're on the same side together, so I need to combine them up and rewrite it before I start. So negative 7x minus 3x, together that's negative 10x. And then I'm going to rewrite plus 2. And over here, I just have a negative 8x and a negative 8. I don't have any like terms that need to be combined up, so I'm just going to rewrite it as it is. Negative 8x minus 8. So the first thing that I showed you in the notes, it says first to take care of like terms that are together on the same side and combine them up, which we did. And then the second thing is if you've got a variable on both sides, then you need to remove it from one side and move it to the other. Okay, remember when I said I like to start over here so I can move it over to the front of my equation. I've got a negative 8x here, so I'm going to reverse it with plus 8x. So negative 8x plus 8x cancels out. So over here in line with my x, I'm going to put plus 8x. And I'm going to rewrite this. Negative 10x plus 8x is negative 2x plus 2. Equals, and over here I'm left with a negative 8. Okay. Remember, I'm trying to get this x by itself, so I'm going to take off this positive 2, subtract 2 from both sides. So I've got negative 2x equals negative 10. And then the very last thing that I have to do is divide by negative 2. Negative 10 divided by negative 2 is positive 5. Okay, so we first combined up the like terms that were on the same side together, and then we moved a variable from one side to the other side. Okay, you've got to look for those things before you can solve. Let's pause. Oops. Okay, go ahead and copy this one down. It's a long one. All right, so I'm going to look for my equal sign so I can look at the two sides of my equation and see if I've got any like terms together on the same side that need to be combined up first. And over here, I'm going to pick out the variable first. I've got a positive 6x and a negative 2x. Okay, so I've got to combine those up. Positive 6x and negative 2x is 4x. Okay, and then I underlined those, so I'm going to circle these. I've also got a negative 14 and a positive 7 that are together over here, and they need to be combined up as well because they're like terms also. So negative 14 plus 7 is negative 7. So I've got 4x minus 7. I just did what we practiced last week. I combined up any like terms that were together over here. So I just did that first, and then I'm going to rewrite the rest of this. There's no like terms over there that need to be combined. So I'm just going to rewrite it as 1 plus 5x. So I've taken care of that first. Now I've got a variable on both sides. So I've got to remove it from one side and move it onto the other side. So I'm going to remove it from the right side and move it over to the left side. Positive 5x, I'm going to remove that with negative 5x, minus 5x. So I come here under the x's and put minus 5x. Okay, so I got that canceled out over there, and I'm going to rewrite 4 minus 5x is negative 1x minus 7 equals 1. Okay, and then I finish it up just like you're good at. So I add 7 to both sides, and I end up with negative 1x equals 8. And then I've got to divide off this negative 1. So x equals negative 8. 8 divided by negative 1 is negative 8. Okay, let's do one more together. Okay, go ahead and write this down. Remember, we're going to start by separating our two sides. Over here, first thing I need to look for is like terms. And I see I've got an x here. I don't have any other x's over here with it, so I have nothing to combine there. But I do have a negative 10, a positive 4, and a negative 5. I have to combine all of those together. Negative 10 plus 4 is negative 6. Negative 6 minus 5 is negative 11. So this x here, I did not have anything to combine with it, so I'm leaving it as that. And then I combined all of this to get negative 11. So I'm rewriting it. I'm simplifying this whole side to be x minus 11 by combining all those terms. And then I'm going to rewrite this side because it doesn't have any like terms for me to combine. So first step taken care of, I've combined the like terms that are together on the same side. Now I see I have a variable on both sides, so I'm going to have to take it off of one side and move it to the other. I'm going to take this 7x off of here. X minus 7x is negative 6x, because this was a 1, remember. And then I'm going to rewrite it. Minus 11 equals negative 5. There's a negative 5 still left over there. Okay. And then I solve it just like normal. I'm going to add 11 to both sides. So I've got negative 6x equals positive 6. And when I finish it by dividing by negative 6, I'm going to end up with x equals negative 1. Okay. And I'm going to give you 4 problems just like these to practice. Today's Wednesday, so if you'd like credit for these, have them submitted by Thursday night. Okay, these are just like the ones that we just did. Separate the problem, look at both sides, combine the like terms that are together on one side, and then take care of the variable that if you have a variable on both sides. These are all just like the ones that we just did. Okay, have a great day, guys. I will see you on Friday.